Motorsport TV Live, brought to you by Motorsport Tickets, the dedicated motorsport experiences provider.
Hello and welcome to Motorsport TV Live with me, Bryn Lucas, bringing you all the latest stories from around the world of motorsport. Jean-Eric Vergne wants Formula E to take inspiration from karting in order to encourage fairer racing. Lando Norris makes a prediction for Formula One's new 2022 car, and there's a change at the top for MotoGP's KTM team. All those stories and more coming up here on Motorsport TV Live. First to Formula E, testing out in Valencia, and calls from two-time champion Jean-Eric Vergne for a clampdown on unacceptable driving standards ahead of Season 8, saying kids in karting race more fairly. When asked if Formula E was a contact sport, DS Techeetah driver Vergne called the championship very professional, but felt the FIA could start punishing drivers for repeated collisions. He added that the championship's appeal to manufacturers, sponsors and potential new fans was being damaged by rough racing. Teaser images of the new Gen 3 car revealed earlier this week could go some way to stopping as much contact, as they allude to a more traditional open-wheel design. Vergne thinks a move to a more black and white system of policing on-track incidents with disqualification, similar to rules seen in karting, would help buck the trend. McLaren's Lando Norris thinks Formula One's 2022 cars will be more on the limit and move around on the edge like F2 machinery. Having driven early versions of the new 2022 design in his McLaren team simulator, Norris already has a firm view about how different the new generation of cars will be and how drivers will need to adapt their driving style as preparations ramp up for the all-new rules next year, saying, "I don't think it'll be as nice to drive in a way. I think it'll be a little bit more on the limit in terms of pushing and so on. A little bit like F2 in a way, I think, where you see more fighting the car and stuff. But I could be wrong because things are always changing. It's like what I drove 1 month ago is going to be quite different to what I drive now, and it's going to be very different probably again when we get to the first race." The overhaul in rules for next year has been triggered by a desire from F1 chiefs to allow cars to race much closer to each other and stuff. United Autosports has announced American racer Will Owen as one of its full-time drivers for the 2022 FIA World Endurance Championship season. Owen effectively takes over from Fabio Scherer as United's designated silver-rated driver alongside the recently confirmed Phil Hansen and Philippe Albuquerque in one of the team's two Oreca 07 Gibson entries. Scherer has been upgraded to gold status for 2022, which effectively stopped him from staying on with his teammates for a second season. The 26-year-old will also contest the opening round of the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship, the Rolex 24 at Daytona, for United alongside Guy Smith, Jim Maguire and Hansen as part of the team's recently announced assault on the 4 Michelin Endurance Cup rounds in 2022. Chaz Mostert sealed the 2021 TCR Australia title with a 9th place in the opening race at Mount Panorama. He needed a handful of points in the first of 3 races to put the title beyond Melbourne Performance Centre Audi teammate Luke King. Mostert lost more places as the race wore on, but 9th was good enough to seal the 2021 crown. He'll now sit out the remaining TCR races to focus on his Bathurst 1000 commitments with Walkinshaw and Andretti United. Aaron Cameron, meanwhile, took an impressive race win after a relentless battle with GRM Peugeot teammate Ben Barg-Warner. TCR Australia returns for its second race at Mount Panorama on Friday. Well, don't go anywhere with lots more from the world of motorsport, including an admission by MotoGP's Gresini racing team. That's all coming up here on Motorsport TV Live. Brilliant memories there from the Le Mans 24 Hours. You can catch more from that series over on Motorsports TV. Fresh off the back of becoming the first female in motorsport to win the Ferrari Challenge, Michelle Gatting has told us she hopes her victory shows that they can be treated as equals in racing. She's one of the founding members of the Iron Dames team and told us here on Motorsport TV Live that the aim of the project is to inspire everyone in motorsport, regardless of gender or age.
It was a good way to end the season by winning the Ferrari Challenge Championship. This was the aim from the beginning of the season when we entered the Ferrari Challenge Championship. And we have been racing with Ferrari since the project Iron Dames started. And in the end of the day, it's not really about the brand we're racing. We're having a really good collaboration with Ferrari, getting lots of support. And it's not really about the gender either. In the end of the day, it's we are all being race drivers, and it's about talent and hard work and lots of dedication.
Yeah, as you say, we're in 2021 coming into 2022, and it's strange that we still have this conversation about women in motorsport and men in motorsport, and can they ever really compete on the same track given the physical constraints and things like that. But you're kind of flying the flag for women out there and saying, look, we can do it. Do you think there is a significance that we're getting people like yourself competing against the men and winning, or do you think that's now a sort of a kind of a side story?
Yeah, it's hard to judge. We, of course, with the project we're having Iron Dames, which started 3 years ago, the aim was to inspire girls and women, but of course also men and boys out there with our project. Like we say, in the end of the day, yes, we are female drivers. We're racing in a pink cars. We are having pink suits, and we're really like underlining that we are female. But in the end of the day, we just want to race and compete against men on the same level, and we want to be treated like every other race driver.
Ferrari Challenge Europe champion there, Michelle Gatting, talking to us earlier on. MotoGP's KTM factory racing team have announced today the signing of Francesco Guidotti as the new team manager. The Italian has made the shock switch across from Pramac Racing and will replace Mike Leitner, who left his role last week. For the last decade, Guidotti has been in control of Pramac Racing, helping the satellite squad to win the independent team, rider and rookie of the year titles in what was a remarkable 2021 campaign. Having also done a stint with World Superbikes, Guidotti now says he feels he's able to complete the circle by coming back to KTM, and now he's concentrating on a big push for more success. The Gresini racing team feared the MotoGP squad would not make it after the death of its namesake founder, Fausto Gresini, back in February. Double 125cc world champion Gresini tragically lost his life in February following a lengthy battle with COVID-19. The team reaffirmed its commitment to MotoGP in the wake of Gresini's death, with his wife Nadia Padovani taking over as team owner and principal. The Gresini squad went on to enjoy its strongest season with Aprilia in 2021, scoring a breakthrough podium for the marque at Silverstone with Alex Espargaro, while Fabio Di Gioantonio won the Moto2 Spanish Grand Prix for the team. Gresini has returned to being a true independent team for 2022 and will field Ducati machinery, having last run as a satellite squad in 2014 before it joined forces with Aprilia. Well, that's all for now. I'm Bryn Lucas. Join us again here on Motorsport TV Live for all the latest news from the world of motorsport. Bye for now.